As we close our service, I just want to make an announcement. We talked about unveiling our pledge amount from this one campaign. I'd like to just start by reminding us again what the goal was. The goal was quite simply to establish a vibrant gospel-centered church in Kittery Point, Maine. That was one of them. To our abilities at present, we put a budget down of about $600,000. Because the building is well over 100 years old, even though it's in good shape, and we've had all kinds of contractors go up and down that building, as in any kind of renovation in your homes, there's always a surprise, right? So we put a contingency of $150,000. The second goal was to retire our mortgage, that right now is approximately about $1.1 million, well within striking range. Now, in a desire to be fully transparent, I want to tell you, before I tell you the number, I want to tell you not only what it was for, but how we arrived at it. You see, when you take pledges in, sometimes those pledges are not quite clear regarding the duration of the pledge. We try to make the pledges really simple, but afterwards people would come up to us and say, you know, I filled it out for a year, but the thing is for 2 years, right? So I was just saying what I'm going to give on a yearly basis for the next couple of years. But because the pledge just said a year, how do we know that they meant that they were going to do the same for the second year? So what we did was we just said, forget that. What we're going to do is just count it the most conservative way possible, and that was for that 1 year. They can straighten it out later on. Others submitted a pledge, but chose not to submit an amount at the same time. In other words, they put a card that had their name in, and then they put down on a card, either scribbled it or verbally said it, we're in, we're excited, it's just I don't know what we can commit to right now. And, or I just am not really that keen on filling out this number. The third thing was people said that they prefer to give a year-end gift. And so that it was coming. People invited me into their homes and just said, hey, Pastor, I want you to know we think what Bethany is doing is admirable, but we didn't fill out a card, but I want you to know we're gonna commit to this project. So what's included then in this number I'm going to reveal to you are the pledges, as best we could surmise, any other kind of one-time gifts that people have already contributed, which is about a little over $135,000 right now in cash for this project. What's not included is we've been given some assets, and they're getting appraised, and donations in kind. People have volunteered to use their services without charge, which automatically reduces the bottom line, as well as new contributors, right? New people who are going to pledge. So all of which to say that the pledges that we have received as of this past Saturday, pledges to complete Kittery Point with the potential of reducing our mortgage by 25%, is $915,964. So you can see that we have, even with our contingency, we have more than enough to do Kittery, at least pledged, and if we are able to really do well with our contractors, just with this number alone, it brings us to a place of having about 25% to pay down towards our debt. That's more than $250,000. If people really meant to do it for 2 years, then we're golden. We're going to retire this debt, which is an important thing, so that the church is placed in a financial position that we can do great ministry with all the monies that come here. Because I'm telling you, we are good stewards of your money. We don't let a George Washington get out of our hands without making sure that tears are coming down Washington's face because we squeeze him so hard. So moving forward, we need to fulfill the pledges in a timely manner, because another one of the bedrock promises that we've made is that we are not going to let out any contract if we don't have the money in the bank. So even though on paper we have all these pledges, we have to collect the monies, because no ticky, no laundry, right? Which is a great way to do it. We did it yeah. And so we're just dependent upon the cash in hand. And we promise to keep everyone informed. We're going to have regular meetings throughout these 2-year period so that people will know not only where we are with the architectural plans, what phases are in the stages of completion, and where we are in our financial updates. So I would think you should go away feeling really good. God has answered. We're going to do this. We're going to bring this gospel that can transform not only the individual, but homes and communities, and we're going to be a part of it. Think about that. That's awesome. So you go today knowing God is good, and all the time. God bless you. God bless you.